Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English for You. I'm Erin.
Hello, I'm Elsie.
All right, well, if you were here with us yesterday, you'll remember that we've been talking about a famous horse race in Italy called the Palio di Siena.
This race dates back more than 2,000 years to the Etruscan people.
Etruscan. Oh, so many names that we might not know how to pronounce. We apologize for that. Now, there are even vases from 450 BC that show Etruscan riders on horses. So that's how we kind of know it goes all that way back.
The race itself began during the 15th century, though.
That's right. Now, it's related to the Contrade, or the 59 districts of Siena. Now, these districts often competed against each other in games and races.
At first, nobles would race themselves, but that changed after a couple hundred years during the Renaissance.
Then, everybody started to enjoy the race, and wonder how these riders could race without saddles on the horses. Ouch!
What's the race like today?
Good question, Elsie. We're going to find out in today's article, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with you.
Reading.
Palio di Siena, Italy's most famous horse race. Of Siena's original 59 districts, only 17 remain, and of those, only 10 participate in the Palio di Siena. The race is held twice a year, on July 2nd and again on August 16th. Unlike in the past, the race's jockeys no longer need to live in the district they're racing for. In fact, they now come from around the world. Of course, there's also an element of luck in the event. That's because each district draws lots to see which horse their jockey will get. Some are better racehorses than others, so jockeys must be prepared for the unknown. Perhaps what is most surprising is that if a horse crosses the finish line without a jockey on its back, it still wins. After the race is over, the winning rider is presented with a large handmade banner. The people from his district then celebrate by holding a party. With so much history to see, never mind an exciting race, why not attend the Palio di Siena someday?
Okay, let's start today's article by finding out more information about these districts in the modern day. Here it says, of Siena's original 59 districts, only 17 remain, and of those, only 10 participate in the Palio di Siena. Now here, we used remain as a verb, and it means to continue to exist or be in the same situation or state. So, there used to be 59 districts, but 42 districts don't exist anymore, so there are only 17 left or 17 remaining, R-E-M-A-I-N-I-N-G. Here's an example sentence. Even though Jacqueline and I don't go to the same school anymore, we've remained friends.
Remain 这个动词在文章里头指的是遗留，依然存在，也就是 to continue to exist. 那 remain 这个字呢，还可以当连缀动词来使用哦。后面啊，直接加上个形容词就可以了，解释为保持某个状态。For example, please remain calm when an earthquake happens. 当地震发生的时候，请保持镇定。回到文章来，本来西恩那城里面的59区只有17区留存， 而且只剩下10区 participate in the game.
Now this verb participate means that you take part or you do things in an activity or an event. Now we could use it in an example sentence like this. Would you like to participate in our lottery? We have great prizes to give away. So what's going to happen here is you might buy a lottery ticket, check your numbers, wait for someone to call the numbers. You are doing something or taking part in this activity.
And I would like to participate in your lottery.
Okay, I have 1 NT is the prize.
1元Forget about it. Participate 这个动词呢是参加、参与。To participate in the game 也就是 to take part in the game 参加比赛的意思。所以呢，每年会从17区当中选出10区参加赛马节。And how often is the race held?
Good question again. It says here in the article, the race is held twice a year, on July 2nd and again on August 16th.
原来一年有2次，7月2号和8月16号。
So it sounds like this is like a nice summertime event that people can get dressed up for and kind of go and watch these races. All right, here is another interesting fact about the race today. It says in the article, unlike in the past, the race's jockeys no longer need to live in the district they're racing for. So what we're using here is the phrase no longer, and we use this phrase when something used to be true or used to happen, but is not true now or does not happen now. So before, the jockeys had to be from the district they raced for, but that's not true anymore. Here's another example sentence. Victoria no longer works here. She quit last month.
No longer 这个片语呢，指的是再也不。那我们也可以用 not any longer 来代换。所以如果有人跟你说 I no longer love you， 他也可能会跟你说 I don't love you any longer。那回到我们的文章中呢 The races jockeys don't need to live in the district they are racing for any longer. 我们这边就把 not any longer 代换进去了。So they can come from any areas in the country?
That's right. And not even just in Italy. Here it says, in fact, they now come from around the world.
Wow, 骑士们是从世界各地来的。They're from around the world.
So it's more of an international race now. Here, it goes on to tell us another aspect or another part of the race. It says, of course, there's also an element of luck in the event. Okay, so we use the noun element in this sentence. Now, what we're saying here is an element is one part or one feature of a whole system or plan or piece of work or another big thing, especially something that's very basic or very important to the thing. Okay, so what we're saying here is that luck is one very important part of this race. Okay, so another important element or part for this race might be hard work, might be training to take part, that sort of thing. Here's another way we can use element. Trust and communication are two important elements in any relationship.
Element 这个名词呢是元素、要素，而且是基本的哦。所以有一个形容词叫做 elementary， 我们通常会一起听到的是 elementary school 小学。那为什么要用 elementary 这个字呢？因为它就是代表基础的。那我们的小学教育就是基础的教育。那文章告诉我们啊，运气也是关乎是否赢得比赛的元素之一。How so?
Well, that's another good question. All right, so let's find out how luck is such an important element of the race. It says here, that's because each district draws lots to see which horse their jockey will get.
Ooh, they draw lots. 他们是抽签决定每区的骑师骑哪匹马。Wow, that can have a big influence on the game.
That's right. I think, if you're used to racing on a certain horse, like you have a horse you like, but then you put your name in a hat to draw a horse you don't know, that can be very different for a racer.
And you have to get to know the horse, right?
Right. So this is, I can say if you get a good horse and you kind of match well, that is a very good stroke of luck. Now, here's another thing that the article is saying. It says some, those are the horses we're talking about, are better racehorses than others. So jockeys must be prepared for the unknown. Now here, we're talking about the unknown. We know unknown is an adjective, but when we pair it with the word the and say the unknown, we're actually using it as a noun. So we're talking here about things that we don't know about for some reason, or things that we might not understand yet. Now here, we're using it because we're talking about things that could happen in the future, but we don't know about them yet because they haven't happened. Now here's an example sentence. It's normal to be afraid of the unknown, but you've got to keep going no matter what happens.
Unknown, 它是一个形容词，代表未知的、不为人知的，前面加个 the。The unknown 就变成了名词哦，代表未知的事。那我们会说呢 the 加形容词可以用来表示抽象的概念。文中的 the unknown 就是未知的事情，骑士们必须准备好面对未知的挑战。So the jockeys must be really, really good at horse racing.
Especially because there can only be 10 and they can come from all over the world. They need to be the best because they don't know what's going to be happening in this race and they need to be prepared for everything.
And they didn't know which horse they're gonna get.
Exactly. All right. Well, here's another thing that is interesting about this race. It says, perhaps what is most surprising is that if a horse crosses the finish line without a jockey on its back, it still wins.
Really? 最令人惊讶的是呢，如果马匹通过终点线的时候，骑士没有在马背上，他还是获胜的哦。文中我们看到 what 这个复合关系代名词，它等于什么呢？第一个，它等于的是 the thing or the things that， 或者是 the thing or the things which。那刚刚讲到的 that, which 都是关系代名词。也就是说呢 what 它等于非人的先行词加上冠带 that or which。带换回文章，我们可以说 Perhaps the thing that is most surprising is that if a horse crosses the finish line without a jockey on its back, it still wins. 你会看到一个形容词子句出现哦，那个形容词子句就是 that is most surprising， 用来形容先行词 the thing。Okay, so what happens after one of the riders win?
Okay, well, you'd assume that with any race, you're probably going to win a prize if you're the winner. And that's true here. It says, after the race is over, the winning rider is presented with a large handmade banner. Now, before we find out what this prize is, let's talk about the verb present. When you present something to someone, you give something to someone, especially in public or at an event of some kind. So you're doing it so that other people can see it happen. Now, here's an example. The principal presented the top students with a special award at the end of the year.
Present 这个动词是颁发、授予。不过同学们觉得很眼熟呢，这个字不是也念作 present 吗 如果念作 present， 那它就是个名词咯，代表礼物。那在文章当中，我们用的是动词 present， 还以被动态 is presented 出现。When somebody is presented with something， 代表某人被颁发授予某物。
Okay, so we saw in that sentence that the riders or the winning rider is presented with a large handmade banner. What exactly are they getting here, Elsie?
他们得到的呢，就是大型的手作布条，那是由艺术家设计画成的 a specially made banner.
That's right. And we also saw that it was handmade. So instead of being made on a computer or a giant printing machine, this banner is actually made by artists who draw this really beautiful banner for them.
没错 handmade 这个字呢，它是手做的，所以就像我们刚刚说的，这个 banner 布条呢，是艺术家手作画成的。
Okay, well, let's find out what else happens for the winning jockeys. Here in the article, it says, the people from his district then celebrate by holding a party. Now, this is the best part, in my opinion. They are going to celebrate with a party. This verb means that you do something enjoyable to show that an event, a situation, or a day is special for some reason. There are lots of things you can celebrate. You can celebrate your birthday. You can celebrate anniversaries. You can celebrate promotions at work, all these different things. Here's an example. Harper wants to celebrate getting a new job by going out to dinner with her friends.
Celebrate 这个动词呢是庆祝。文章说呢，赢得冠军的区域就会举办派对来庆祝。那我们另外再补充2个字给同学哦。Celebrate 是动词庆祝，那名词庆祝呢是什么？它是 celebration， C-E-L-E-B-R-A-T-I-O-N celebration。另外还有一个字，它也是名词，它叫做 celebrity。
Oh.
C-E-L-E-B-R-I-T-Y Celebrity 是什么意思呢？是名人。So Aaron, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Who is your favorite celebrity?
Oh, good question. I have a few. The actor Tom Hardy.
Oh my God, I love him too.
Yeah. And there's a singer that has been singing for a really long time, but people are only starting to hear her now, Janelle Monáe.
I haven't heard of her.
That's okay. She's only kind of starting to become popular. Go look her up, though. You'll like her.
Okay.
Okay, let's get to the last line of our article, which asks a question. And it says, with so much history to see, never mind an exciting race, why not attend the Palio di Siena someday? Now, we did a couple of things in this sentence. First, we asked the question, why not? And this is actually a phrase, so we have to finish it with something. Here we said, why not attend this race someday? But we can finish it with other things as well. Now, we use the phrase, why not, in a question to make a suggestion about something a person should do or try. For example, we might also say, the menu at this restaurant looks great. Why not eat lunch here?
Why not 这个片语呢是何不的意思，那放在句子的开头之后啊，后面要加上的是原形动词哦。有这么丰富的历史，又是如此刺激的比赛，何不找天参加西恩那的赛马节呢？ Why not go to Italy someday and enjoy the event?
Now, there's something else I'd like to briefly mention about this sentence. In the first part, we said, with so much history to see, never mind an exciting race. Here we use this phrase, never mind, in an interesting way. We're kind of saying it in a way that's like in addition to. So we've got this exciting race, but there's a lot of history as well. So you should go check them out for both reasons, not just the excitement, but also for the history.
所以 never mind 这边呢，在文章中，在句子里头，它是在指前面的历史跟后面的 exciting race 2件事要加起来一起看。
Okay, now that's the only time we've got for our article today. Why don't you go see this race someday? And maybe you won't be so uncomfortable about the saddleless horses. But I imagine it's an exciting race with or without them. But we're going to finish up with today's For You chat question, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For You chat.
All right, our For You chat question today is a nice, easy one for us. If you could visit Italy, what would you most like to see or do? Explain.
I would like to see the Colosseum, 罗马竞技场, which is in Rome. And I would like to see some old streets, to visit some museums. And I would like to try their pizza.
Yeah, I'm the same with you. I'm a food traveler. So my answer to this question is first the food, and then the history, and then the food again, and then the history, and probably more food and then some art.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think that's my trip to Italy in a nutshell. Just food and history and art. All right, but you know what? There are actually a lot of really great things to see in Italy, like this horse race and the food and the food and the food. But you guys can probably come up with some more answers other than just food. So why don't you guys discuss this with your classmates and friends and start planning that dream trip to Italy today. All right, we have to say goodbye. So for English for You, I'm Erin.
I'm Elsie. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Palio di Siena, Italy's most famous horse race. Of Siena's original 59 districts, only 17 remain, and of those, only 10 participate in the Palio di Siena. The race is held twice a year, on July 2nd and again on August 16th. Unlike in the past, the race's jockeys no longer need to live in the district they're racing for. In fact, they now come from around the world. Of course, there's also an element of luck in the event. That's because each district draws lots to see which horse their jockey will get. Some are better racehorses than others, so jockeys must be prepared for the unknown. Perhaps what is most surprising is that if a horse crosses the finish line without a jockey on its back, it still wins. After the race is over, the winning rider is presented with a large, handmade banner. The people from his district then celebrate by holding a party. With so much history to see, never mind an exciting race, why not attend the Palio di Siena someday?
Vocabulary Review.
Remain. These large stones are all that remain of the ancient city. Participate. If you participate in the class activity, you have a chance of winning a prize. Element. Luck is a big element in this card game. If you get the wrong cards, it's hard to win. The unknown. The space explorer landed on another planet to explore the unknown. Present. At the end of the race, the winning team was presented with an award. Celebrate. After we won the final game, my baseball team and I celebrated by having a party.